EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Aggies ready to get this thing started and open the season. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's fired. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the move. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, Dave?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pressure coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Got room to work. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-teamed high-low, chop blocked on every single play ever.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Flowers. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down into the red zone. This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It's Meyer. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. LSU right back to the line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. To the air, it's Meyer. They're working that left side. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unleashes one. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the time with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Rides it and reads it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Texas A&M going up tempo. Might be changing the route. On third down, he drops to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because
breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Power football with the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
and you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Peace. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Going with the ground game left. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Scanning the field, it's fired. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Peace. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He wants to change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Allen. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. With the catch, it's Allen. Oh, he's got some space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. They'll give it on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Slithers into space. There he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the ride. He'll pitch it. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Unloads quickly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Yeah, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. About the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Looking for a man. It's fired. Extending the play. Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Motion from the wideout. They'll immediately call timeout. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Mountain West is right now, and man, what a difference.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Snap in the shotgun. Flips it out to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Texas A&M going quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, that's one on third down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got 4th.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. They just keep firing. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
Back to pass, it's fired. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. Toss to the outside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Grabs it inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He'll set up to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Powers through the defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Give to the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
The sure hands, it's peace. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fakes to grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly. On the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Back has it. The pitch. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that You know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line, because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Now facing a third and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Swings it out to his running back. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. He might want another play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
On target. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Here we go. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Aggie. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Crosses the goal line for the 2-point conversion, and it's an 11-point game.
Love that call. You go option. Try to really stress and stretch the defense down here by the goal line. Great job pitching, catching, getting in the end zone. 2 points.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory. After this, it'll be a wrap. Defense not showing press coverage. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.